that, I want to ask you specifically about your first calls, because you're going to be on the 1A games, the six-man title games with the great Granger Huntress of sixmanfootball.com. I believe those games are going to be streamed on foxsportssouthwest.com. And so I want to ask you about the challenges or maybe the pleasures of calling a six-man game, because I know a lot of your work comes from the 11-man game. What is it like to call a six-man game?
I love it. I've done them before and enjoyed it going all the way. My first six-man state championship game to call was in 1994. Was Amherst and Milford playing at Abilene. That was the infamous trip where I got the 2 speeding tickets in one day, where I was doing the Katy Plano game in College Station, and they had to get from there after the noon game out to Abilene to Wiley High to do a 7:30 kickoff, and making that drive diagonally across the state, picked up 2 speeding tickets en route and all that kind of stuff. But by the time I got to the stadium, the game was fun, and it is a game. So I've always enjoyed it. It's a little bit different, obviously, 6-man from 11-man, but it still is football. It's still passing and blocking and running and tackling. It still is football, and I really enjoy doing it. And Granger has that incredible wealth of knowledge on what these communities and programs are all about. And I've been in these communities before. I've been in Gale, Texas, where Borden County is. I've been in Jonesboro. I've been in all of those. I've been in Strawn. And I've been in Balmorhea. So I've been in those communities before. But Granger, of course, is plugged into the programs of these communities, which adds a great deal to the telecast. It's a lot of fun, and I've already started doing the brain power and the number crunching on all of those, since we know the state finalists for those games, and won't know the state finalists for the 11-man games until after this weekend.
Craig, I'm curious. One thing that always strikes me about watching the six-man games is how routine touchdowns are, right? In a regular 11-man game, guys score and they go nuts. In six-man, it's like they made a layup and they got to get back down to the other end of the floor. Do you find yourself, as the announcer, having to pace yourself differently in these games and maybe react to scores a little differently so that you have something in the tank at the end?
Well, I think that's a great point, Max. I don't think you want to just, the first touchdown, like, they scored! I'm like, okay, there's going to be 11 more. just dial it back. You're always going to get excited on a big play,
right?
Regardless of whether it's a touchdown. But I don't think you have to go full on Tepper madness when he does a highlight, from the thing when you got like 4 plays there. Because if you do that, you're right. There won't be anything left in the tank for the end of the first game, let alone the second. So, yeah, there's some pacing involved there. I think it's important to be able to do that. By the same token, you owe it to the viewer to make sure they understand the impact, the extemporaneous quality of the play, stuff like that. You want to make sure that you're giving it its proper due.